a young man, you went off to NC State, you knew what you wanted to do. Walk us through how you got into farming here in Bradley Summit.
Well, I will correct you just a little bit. I went to NC State and thought I knew what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to be an engineer because I loved working with my hands, and I was mistaken that an engineer would be doing a lot of that, but then I found out it was more concept and drawing than anything else, and I cannot draw with these big hands. So mid-college, I switched majors and went into conservation. And I had always been on the farm. And in fact, my wife and I moved back and forth from college to Brown Summit to farm in the summertime to be able to go to college and earn the money to go to college. So that was my start in farming with my family. We probably raised 4 acres of tobacco in the summertime. And I loved that so much that when it was time for job interviews, my wife was surprised because I didn't go to any job interviews. And what she didn't realize was I had already lined up about 25 acres of tobacco here in this area to grow that summer. So that was the start of a farming career that got up to probably in the neighborhood of 1,000 acres. With all the crops that we grew, and raised a family here on the farm. But I go back to what I said before. I always thought that I was working so hard to earn a living in the spring, the summer, and the fall, and the wintertime. I was always fighting just to have the right to be able to farm. So years went by, and when Jim Graham retired, there were a lot of people asking me if I would run. And I wasn't big on running, and I came to the Farm Bureau Convention in Greensboro, and there were 8 candidates in that race at the time, and I listened to them, and I came home that night and told Sharon that I was going to run. So I called a press conference on the front steps of my house up here and had a tremendous amount of supporters here at that press conference. And I've been running ever since. and I cannot state how much an honor and a pleasure that it has been to be the Commissioner of Agriculture for 5 terms in a state like North Carolina and develop the friendships that I have developed from the mountains to the coast. Sometimes it's just overwhelming to think about all the things that have happened and the involvement that I've had in moving agriculture and agribusiness forward, but more importantly, the friendships that I have developed across the state.